Okay, we're back. That's called technical difficulties. All right, so we now have our sticky date puddings on our rack. So you do 4 at a time. When you're doing Christmas puddings on here, you can cover them with foil and stack 2 more on the top. These ones rise, so you can't stack on the top. In here I've got 2 cups of water, and these just sit in here like this, and tuck the little arms down here, and then we put your pressure cooker lid on the top, lock, and when this comes to pressure, that's right, when this comes to pressure, then we time it for 15 minutes. Okay, so you always start your pressure cooker on high, and then this won't take very long to come to pressure because it's only got 2 cups of liquid in the bottom. So you can see we've already got steam coming out here. This will come to pressure, and then we're going to time it for 15 minutes. Now, while this is cooking, and even when I do this in the wok, I always put the sauce on because the sauce can just keep cooking and keep cooking. So this is where I talk about the kitchen companion pack, because the sauce you can cook in your silicone bowl, or you can sell silicone bowls for the sauce, or you can sell your kitchen companion pack. Now the baking bundle costs $149. The kitchen companion pack costs $349. So I know which one I'd rather sell. The kitchen companion pack is here, except for the 2-litre saucepan, which I don't have here. And I always demonstrate this. So the 3.5-litre brazier has 2 little brothers that go with him. And I talk about this after I've talked about the saute pan. And so I talk about the saute pan first, and then I talk about the square roaster, and then I talk about their little brother. Okay, so everything that you can do in the saute pan, you can do in the square roaster, and you can do in the 3.5-litre brazier. It just depends on what size you need for the size of your family. So now you can see our little button is up here. Okay, so once your little button is up, that's when you turn the heat down and you do all the timing always in your pressure cooker. So this is going to go on for 15 minutes. Beautiful. All right, so turn your pressure cooker down to low, cook it for 15 minutes, and it's done. All right, so this one has a stainless steel and silicone colander / steamer. I always talk about how all of my pots are exactly the same. They look the same inside. They all do the same job. This is a steamer that goes in. When he's not in use, he collapses flat. You can wash him like this in a dishwasher, store him flat in a drawer. This is really good for people who have limited space. When you need it again, he pops out like this, goes in. And this is his other brother that goes on. So this one goes in, this one goes on. And if you look on page 10 in your catalogue, you will see that that's where this one is featured. So this one is really good because it comes with your 2-litre saucepan. This one's particularly clever because you can see he has a little rim and a big rim, and the big rim goes inside the big brother and the little rim goes inside the little brother. So you only need one steamer that fits into 2 pots. Now, if you have limited space, either in your kitchen or you do that ridiculous activity called caravanning, and caravans have only a small stove, so you need a stove that goes up instead of out, this is a really good idea because you can do something called steamer stack. So you can do potatoes and pumpkin on the bottom, other leafy vegetables in here, and things like fish on the top. So you can buy more than one steamer and go steamer stack on the top and put a hat on the top, and you can steam this way instead of this way. So it's much more economical, and you'll use the same amount of fuel to cook a whole dinner, right? Really, really easy. Now, when you buy the Kitchen Companion pack, what you're going to do is get 2 saucepans, and you get this one for free. Okay, so really, really economical for your family. In this one, what we're going to do now is we're going to put some butter and sugar and some cream. Now, don't worry, there are absolutely no calories in any toolbox product, any toolbox recipe that we make, because as soon as we put anything in a toolbox product, the toolbox product goes and sucks out all the calories. So there are none. Now, don't worry about that, because you don't eat everything out of the toolbox product. You eat things when I'm not at home. All right, and then we're going to put this on the stove, mix it together, 3 ingredients that make caramel sauce. Yum, yum. Easy peasy Japanesey. That's how hard that is to make caramel sauce. They just sit together, mix them up, and by the time this comes out, you'll have caramel sauce. How hard is that, right? Okay. You have to agree with me, because you can't argue because you're on that side of the camera. Right, so that goes in. Now, this is perfectly normal for your pressure cooker to be self-releasing like this. Easy, and it's not difficult. Now, while that's happening, I'm going to show you a really cool thing to do to make rice, because sometimes at your parties, you'll be making recipes like Thai massaman curry, buttered chicken, that need to have a companion that goes with them, like rice. And your host will say, shall I get out the rice cooker? Well, do you know what? We don't sell rice cookers, so I don't know why we should advocate a rice cooker on the bench. But we sell really cool silicone, and our silicone comes in a bundle. And when you buy our 2 bowls and our set of scales in a bundle, you get a whole lot of other stuff in that bundle for free. So this is a really good way to teach people other uses for their silicone bowls, apart from just mixing up cakes and things. So they should be able to use their silicone bowls, fridge, freezer, microwave, dishwasher, pressure cooker, and in their oven really, really easily. So I'm going to teach you a fun, easy way to cook rice in 12 minutes in your microwave. But one of the things that you need to be able to teach people to do is how to find the power button on their microwave. And you'll get people who sit at parties and say, my microwave is really old, it doesn't have a wattage button. Every single microwave you can turn the power down on, because people go to their microwave and they open it and they close it and they hit go. That's not how you operate a microwave. You have to be able to turn the power down on it. All right, so into here we're going to put however much rice you want. Now that was 2 cups, but it doesn't matter. You actually don't have to measure your rice. It's irrelevant. All right, now I was taught to cook rice in Melbourne by a Chinese chef who was called Elizabeth Chong. Now she did not teach me how to cook rice in a microwave. In fact, she would probably scream at me in her very high-pitched Chinese voice if she saw me cooking rice this way. But she did teach me to wash rice 7 times. Chinese wash rice 7 times or until the water runs clear. The advantage to doing that in a silicone bowl is you can wash it, squeeze the bowl and tip out the water because the bowl is a jug. So all you have to do is pour water into your bowl like this. I was going to say jug. Squeeze it like this and tip the water out. The rice stays in, the water comes out. So we want to do this 7 times, and you'll see how cloudy the water is coming out. And on the 8th time, the water stays in, because 8 is lucky in Chinese culture. So that's 3, 4, 5, 7. And I'm also doing this with hot water. And then on the 8th time, the water stays in, and you leave enough water in there for it to be up to this knuckle joint. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. Technology person, can everybody see this? So if I put this here, can you see how much water is in there? Okay, so it's about up to here on your knuckle joint. Up to about here.
Second knuckle?
Second knuckle on your first finger.
So your rice is here,
Yeah.
fingers here,
Yes.
and water goes up to that knuckle.
That's about right. You don't have to be accurate, right? Then it goes into your microwave and you turn the power down to 70%. Okay, or if you've got a really old microwave, it'll be medium high. Okay, so on my microwave, it's about 650 watts. Okay, and then what you want to do is cook it for 12 minutes. And you will have perfectly fluffy rice. So everybody can turn their power button down. Even if you've got an ancient microwave, you'll be able to do it. And then we'll be able to see all of the water will be absorbed. It's like the really old-fashioned absorption method that you can do on the stovetop, right? So that's pretty easy.
I think that's actually a lot quicker than a lot of the microwave rice cookers that people haul out as soon as you want to start cooking rice.
That's right. So we don't have a rice cooker. We don't have a microwave rice cooker. And those some people say to me, "Oh, I've bought microwavable rice." Well, I have no idea what the chemicals are in that, and I don't want to eat them. So that could be pretty nasty. We don't want to do that. So yeah, you don't want to have any of that. All right, so we've got about 5 minutes to go here on our sticky date puddings.
Our sauce is done.
Our sauce is good.
It's just on very low.
Oh, good.
Keep it warm because I'm actually eating it afterwards.
Yeah, yum, yum.
So don't worry, Lee, we won't have cold sauce.
So I always then wash out the date bowl because this then becomes the jug. So at a party, you're showing your silicone bakeware a lot because you want to be selling bundles. If you can sell lots of bundles at your parties, you're going to make a bundle of money. One thing that I forgot to do is you can always add stock to your rice. Just gives it a bit of flavour. So put in a bit of chicken stock to our rice. All right.
How much stock, Karen?
That was about, see, I make my own stock.
Going to ask.
Yes, that's right. I know you'll ask, Pam.
Mm-hmm.
So I make my own stock because I'm a freak, so I can't have anything out of a box. So that was the equivalent of about 3 tablespoons. Yeah. All right. So we are 4 minutes away now from our sticky date pudding. Sauce is good.
Yum.
Everything is happening. And we've got things going all over the place here. Rice is all good. Yep. Excellent. Okay. So those of you who know you've got all of your important dates in your diary. We've got sales meeting coming up. You've got the webinars coming up. You know that you can register in advance for your webinars if you can't attend the sales meetings. Just hop onto your toolbox and register in advance for all of those. I do have some really exciting things to tell you about that are exclusive to our team shortly, so stay tuned for that. All right. Okay, so we will just wait until we get to these other couple of bits. Now, Wilma, would you like to tell everybody about our other special that we haven't talked about yet?
Oh, this is gorgeous. I love this because we've got our fabulous chopping board special. And this really is a special because you can always buy the large chopping board. He's 30 centimetres by 30 centimetres.
Oh, there you go. You're a technical person.
I am. But you can't usually buy his little baby brother, who is 20 by 20 centimetres. So they're selling them this month as a little pack. Buy the big one for $79 and you get the little at $50 absolutely for free. I sell lots of these because sometimes you just want a small chopping board. You don't want to bring out the big one. You want to cut up a few oranges for the kids or an apple or just peel a couple of potatoes. This is really handy to pull out. And again, for the caravanners and campers, this is the one for the kitchen. This is the one caravan.
There you go, Pam.
So you can split them. Oh, does Pam do one
Pam does caravanning.
Oh, Pam. Anyway, so there you go. One for the kitchen, one for the caravan. So they are beautiful. I love these chopping boards because on one side, funnily enough, I chop. On the other side, my family is banned from chopping because I turn it over, and this is a beautiful presentation platter for fruit platters, cheese and cookies, and anything like that when you're entertaining. It is also a lovely tray. It's got your grips on the side. You can get about 12 glasses of wine on here, Karen.
Really?
You can. So you
Far
can
out.
serve.
Why didn't I know that?
So I don't know. Don't know at all.
Nobody told me that.
It does depend on the size of the
Oh,
glass.
right.
however.
Okay, well, there you go.
But your regular wine glass, you can get quite a lot on there. So you can use it for serving tea, coffee, wine, snacks, all sorts of things as well.
That's a really good idea,
This
Wilma.
also fits over most sinks. So
Yes.
if you have a small kitchen, or again, if you're caravanning, you can fit this over your sink and it gives you that extra bit of space, particularly at Christmas time when there's everybody in the kitchen and no one has enough space. Gives you that little bit of extra space. So the big one, beautiful, and all this month you get the little baby one for free.
Do you have to tell people it is while stocks last?
It is.
You
cannot buy this one in the catalogue. We do not sell it separately. We never have.
And at Christmas time, this came out as a special, and it's sold out in like 3 days. So it is a super duper duper special. And the thing about this is acacia wood. Acacia wood does not burn. So you can take a hot pot out of an oven or off a stovetop and put it on there, and you'll notice mine is really old. It's been around for as long as I've been in Toolbox, and there's no ring marks on it. And I use it all the time, and I take hot pots off the stovetop, out of the oven, put it straight on there, no ring marks. So it doesn't burn like other wood does.
So if you don't have a cutting board in your kit, which I really recommend that you do because you won't sell these if people don't see them, this is a really great month to put this in your kit because not only are you getting the large one, you're getting the small one as well, which you can pop in your kitchen at home.
Yeah.
And if we run this special again, then you've got the little baby one that you can pull out. So this is the month to pop this in your kit.
Beautiful. Okay, so our sticker date puddings are done.
Yummo!
And this is where you get to tell everybody that while this is up, it's impossible to unlock the lid. So with your pressure cooker, when this is up, you get the call, Mum, come pick me up from the station, or you open the door, open the fridge, and there's no wine to have with dinner, and that's like an epic fail, and you have to run to Dan Murphy real quick. You can go and do that, and because this is a sealed unit, when you come back, this will have self-released, but because nobody has unlocked the pot, you will come home to piping hot food still in your pressure cooker because nobody has unlocked the pot. So your food will stay hot in here for a good hour. So that's a really good selling point for your pressure cooker. Now, when you unlock the pot, you can do it a couple of ways. So you can leave it sit and self-release, or you can put it in the sink and run cool, not cold, slow, not fast water on the lid. And I say that because especially at winter time, when the water coming out of your tap is freezing, you don't want to run really, really cold water on the pot because you will do what's called shock the pot. Now, it doesn't hurt your pot, but what it will do is shock the food inside. And the food will go, oh my God, that's freezing. It doesn't actually talk, but if there's a lot of liquid inside.
Depends on how much wine you've had to drink.
True. If there's a lot of liquid inside, the liquid can come bubbling up inside and it will escape out of the lip. And then you can get spitting out of the side of your pot and you might scare yourself. So don't do that. The safest way to do it is to turn this little dial, but don't do what some people do and just go, yay, it's finished cooking, and ram this thing all the way around to open. Don't do that because then you can also get spitting out of the top. So you turn this one notch at a time. Okay, you've got to let the pressure out in order for this to drop down. So let it out a little bit at a time. 1, 2. All right, this is not hot, okay, and it's not going to burn anybody. It's not going to set off smoke alarms or peel paint off walls or anything like that. Lets the pressure out. Only when the pressure comes out does his little button drop. Only when his button drops, there, can you open the lid.
You trained that one, didn't you, Karen?
I did. So then, if we put the chopping board over here.
Big one or little one?
Big, big. Now, silicon cools down at twice the rate of anything else. So even though this has been sitting in the pot, I can now lift him up like this. And you'll see we have magnificent sticky date puddings like this that I can bring out like this and put over here like this. Majestic.
2 for you, Lee,
yes.
and 2 for me.
So the good thing about this is silicon cools down at twice the rate of anything else. So even though this has been in a hot pot, you can take these out like this. Okay, and you just need to let them sit for a bit. Okay, and because if you try and take silicon out straight away, what happens is, see now we've got 2 more. So they go in like this. So the same amount of liquid is still in your pot as what you put in it. These babies go in because the recipe makes 6. And so you just need to let silicon sit for a bit and then lock those babies in. And then what you do is you just give it a squeeze and then you should be able to just take it out afterwards. If you try and take cake out of silicon straight away, it will stick. All right, so with this, so then what I do at a party is I pour the sauce into there. Just while they're sitting, I'll show you the rice. So now we should have perfectly cooked rice. I wonder if I can just get in here. And I always get a fork at a party in your silicone bowl, and I show everybody by forking through the rice.
Oh, awesome.
How you get perfectly cooked rice. See that?
Beautiful.
So that's rice in 12 minutes. And then when you dish up your main course, you will have perfectly cooked rice. Okay, so when you've let your silicone sit and you give it a bit of a twist like this, tip it upside down, pat it on the bottom, take it out. It works like this every single time, and you have to remember to wash the cups because they look like this. And then what we do is we put them on the plate like this. Well, I need to take that one out. Sorry. Just leave that one there. Do this and Popped already. Wasn't watching my button. My button washer was not good. In that top drawer, there are spoons. And then you get your jug.
Oh, yum. Absolutely, always ready for sticky date pudding.
So that's how easy it is to make sticky date pudding and caramel sauce and rice in about 15 minutes. So especially if you don't have a wok yet, it's pretty easy. So that's really, really good. All right. So
if you want to do something a little bit special with the sauce,
oh yes,
you can add a little bit of scotch to it.
Now you're talking.
And you get butterscotch sauce.
Oh, there you go.
That's where butterscotch sauce comes from. That's only for the grown-ups, not for the kids.
Why?
Unless you want them to go to sleep. So it just gives you an extra little kick for some of the grown-ups to the sauce.
Well, there you go. Alrighty, so that's pretty easy, right? So everybody should be able to repeat that. Easy peasy Japanesey. All right, so while they're all eating that, because of course, as you know, I can't eat that.
We'll eat yours, Karen, for you. We'll
yeah,
help.
yeah, you can all eat that. All right. So I've got a bit of recognition to go through. Congratulations to the following consultants who sold in excess of $1,000 for July. Congratulations to Di Walker, $1,278.66. $2,000 and above. Lana Benson, $2,451.83. In her first month, congratulations to Pam, $4,110.90. Well done to you, Pam. This puts you into the $4,000 club. So congratulations to you. Well done. $5,000. Wilma Hickey, $5,569.55. Well done to you. And I sold $24,143.02, and our team sold $38,252.16. Well done to our team. Congratulations. As a team, we held 39 parties and booked 32. We had a party average, which was really cool, of $954.23, wow, which is really, really good, considering that the TCT party average was just over $800. So we beat the TCT. So we're better
than average, yeah. Of course.
We are better than average.
We're better than average.
Did you ever doubt that?
No, okay. We're Hope Diamond.
That's right. Our average guest spend per party was $124.90, and on average we had 7.64 guests. I don't know how we get 6.64 guests, but never mind. This means that on average all of our hosts are achieving their host extra rewards, which is a good thing. Okay, so this month we need to continue the out-of-the-box calls. So that means calling your hosts to make sure that they're getting their products out of the box. And I always talk to everybody when I sell a pressure cooker, especially by saying it doesn't work unless you get it out of the box. So when it arrives at your house, please make sure you get it out of the box because it cooks nothing in the box. But it's always good to do a follow-up call. So this month, you should be doing follow-up calls to all of your June people to make sure that they got their products out of the box. All right. So you will get all of the training notes from this team meeting when I email them to you tomorrow. Okay. Now, big birthday bash recap. TCT held 399 bash parties. Well, that's how many were processed. And that means that Toolbox are going to give away 44,688 Chef's Club dollars. That's a lot of Chef's Club dollars. So well done to everybody who held a bash party. And some of you I know had no intention of holding a bash party or did not have a bash party already scheduled in your diary for Thursday and went out and got one or held a mystery host party or whatever. So congratulations to you, because guess what? That's double dip on that day, because you get paid and Toolbox pay you with $112. So well done to you, because that's just all double dip. So congratulations.
Do we know how many bashes we did out of the 399?
I'm sorry, I don't. I did not have time to look that
That's
up.
all right.
No. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about team building. Of course, August is a great time to team build, because this month it doesn't cost $499 to join Toolbox. Everybody knows. How much does it cost this month to join, Willa?
$112.
Yeah, very good.
I'm sorry, Lee standing behind the camera putting up his hand while he's still
It costs $112.
Only $112.
Now, so it costs $112 to join this month. Now,
No more to pay.
No more to pay.
Nada, done.
No. Now, a couple of things that you might need to know. A couple of questions that have been raised. When your newbie joins, for the first time ever, their kit bag will be made available with their Fun Start dollars once they complete Fun Start 1.
Nice.
Yes, so they actually get their kit bag on wheels for free with their Fun Start dollars when they complete Fun Start 1. So that's a really good thing, yeah? So that's a really good thing for them, and a good thing for you to track them for Fun Start 1, so that they can achieve Fun Start 1. Their blouse or their shirt and their name badge will be given to them again for free when they complete Fun Start 2. Yeah. Now, I have a Hope Diamonds bonus, so that's all for them. So that's all for the newbie. But what's in it for you, I hear you say?
Because we're special. What's in it for us, Karen?
No. So I have a Hope Diamonds bonus. So that's all for the new people, but I have something in it for the people who recruit the new people. When you have a newbie that signs up in August and they complete Fun Start 1, as my gift to you, I will be sending you a 20 centimetre fry pan for free. That will arrive at your house. This is valued at $95, and you'll get this for free for every person that you introduce that does Fun Start 1 in August. You'll get this. It'll arrive at your house once your person does Fun Start 1, valued at $95. So you can choose to keep this, add it to your kit, add it to your kitchen, give it away, do whatever you would like to do. This is a really good, handy-dandy size. And if you have the 3.5 litre brazier, did you know that the lid of the 3.5 litre brazier fits onto the 20 centimetre fry pan?
I did not know that.
So I have lots of customers who love this fry pan because they have this saucepan, and this fits onto their 20 centimetre fry pan. So this is a really good omelette dish. This is a really good individual dish if you want to cook a piece of fish or whatever. But this will be yours for however many newbies you introduce. It's a really good one. So go for it. You have nothing to lose by asking. Offer someone the same opportunity that was offered to you. Okay, so that's my gift to all of you.
Thank you, Karen.
And do you know what? So this month you've introduced
the lovely Jessie.
Yep. So let's say Jessie goes and introduces someone. Not only does she get all the accolades of being a newbie, but she can get one of those too.
One of those as well.
That's right.
Oh.
So we also have
exciting.
something new that's been introduced by Toolbox that we're almost going to talk to you about now.
We have a brand new Mr. Flippy. So Mr. Flippy has been around for around about 12 months, and he has been reviewed and used and pulled him apart. And this is Mr. Flippy version 2. So it's a new version, 2.0. So Mr. Flippy it's really worthwhile getting the new Mr. Flippy because there are quite a few changes, and I won't go through them all because you can all read, but there are a couple of changes in particular. So with new Mr. Flippy...
Can I just say something? This is available until the end of August at a special discounted price. You can buy Mr. Flippy until the end of August for $5. After August, it'll go up to $10.
And you can get that by going onto the portal where you buy all your tools and host gifts and things like that. If you're not sure where to get it, ring Karen or ring myself. So one of the big changes in this is the order of talking about products. In the last Mr. Flippy, we talked about Como, we talked about knives, we talked about silicone, and we talked about something else. Como, knives, silicone, and
everything, really.
Everything, basically, and then started cooking. And I don't know about you, but I'm really passionate about some of these products. And sometimes I would tend to waffle on a little bit until I noticed that people were getting a bit, we're getting hungry, because I am really passionate about the product. So what this one does is it says, talk about your Como product, talk about the bundles that Como comes in, talk about your pressure cooker, talk about the pressure cooker bundle, then go and start cooking. Okay? So, and then while you're cooking, you can talk about your silicone bowls, you can talk about that bundle, you can talk about the tools, how that comes in the pressure cooker bundle, you can talk about your specials while you're cooking, your knives, while you're cooking and using them. So it's actually going to save you a little bit of time at your parties, and people are going to eat a little bit sooner. So that is a really great feature. The other feature that I like about this is all the way through, there are prompts for you to remind you to talk about bundles. So when you're talking about the Como, going back here, there are little prompts to say the kitchen starter pack, the kitchen companion pack. When you're talking about your bowls, that your bowls also comes in the baking bundle, talking about the pressure cooker kit. Because as we've learned in the last 2 months, if you don't talk about bundles, you will not sell bundles. And they really are great value for your customers, and they are great for you because they put more money in your pocket. So all the way through, this reminds you to talk about bundles. So I'm really excited about this because it really has changed the order that we do things. Now, this is on the front, I've got to say, it says this is your complete guide. Okay, it's a guide. You do not have to spout every word that is in here. It's a guide to remind you of what you need to do in your cooking party. So you can have it sitting on your desk, you can hold it and look at it like this to remind yourself of what you need to say. So for new people, it's a great way not to forget things. If you're not so new, if you're feeling a little bit how's your father sometimes, it can be a great reminder to just, oh, did I say that? I'll just flip through and have a look. Oh, yes. Or what was the warranty on the knives? That's in there. So everybody needs to have this. Everybody needs to take it to every party. Even if you don't use it, if you get through a party and you've done everything, this is terrific to have on hand if you are talking to people who may be interested in the business. Because lots of people, especially those who haven't done party plan before, are a bit worried about getting up and talking in front of people.
Yes.
So I pull this out and I show people and say, if you can read, you can do my job, because my job is in here.
Yes.
All you need to do is put that in your own words. So it is a great way of encouraging people to join the business, show them how easy it is, and a great reminder for you, particularly if you're going to be changing your spiel a little bit. You might need to have this with you the first couple of times to avoid going back into things that you used to say. But I really do like the new order that they have things, and I really like the way this promotes bundles. So do yourself a favour, grab this for $5, pop it in your kit and take it with you.
They've chopped out about 4 pages from the old flip chart to this one. So they have condensed it a fair bit. And like Wilma said, if you're really comfortable with your parties, you don't have to read it word for word. Those of you who know me know that I don't actually use a flip chart. But if I am standing at a party and I spot somebody at the party that I think would be really great at my job, like Wilma said, I can grab the flip chart out and say to everybody, if you can read, you can do my job. Here you go, read along with me. So it's really good for that. But for somebody who's new and nervous, this is a really great tool to have, because it makes sure that you dot every I and cross every T and you don't miss out on anything. So it is a really great tool. Awesome. And Wilma is always my go-to girl for reading anything that comes out that's new, because she dots every I and crosses every T and does all of that, and makes sure that nothing is forgotten. And this is a really good go-to tool. So have a look at it. It's worth looking at and refreshing your memory on, just to make sure that you cross all the steps. So that's the new flip chart. All right, just one thing that I wanted to mention. Catherine, that some of you will have spoken to in customer service at head office.
Catherine is awesome.
Catherine is very awesome. Catherine is the head of customer service. So in customer service, when you ring to ask a question or anything, you will get on the phone, you'll get Anthony, you'll get Vanessa, or if you're really lucky, you will get Catherine. Catherine this month celebrates her 7th year with Toolbox. So if you're ringing this month and you get hold of Catherine, please make sure that you say happy anniversary to her. I have a particular soft spot for Catherine because I do not have an upline like all of you do. So Catherine is my upline. So anytime I don't know an answer to a question, Catherine is my go-to girl. So if you happen to get Catherine on the phone, please wish her a happy anniversary. You would never know if Catherine ever had a bad day. No. Or if anything was going wrong, would you? You would never know. Ever. You would never know. She always answers the phone. She always has a smile on her dial. So just wish her a happy anniversary. She's just a beautiful person. So I just wanted to say, make sure that you say happy anniversary to her. Our next team meeting is Tuesday, the 1st of September. Can you believe that we're getting to like the 4th quarter? How scary is that?
That's really exciting.
It's very exciting.
Because the 4th quarter is usually the best sales quarter of the entire year.
I know. Well, August is going to be pretty exciting because we've got all of our birthday specials in there. So I'm expecting our team to be right up there with birthday month. So go girls and boys. I know that we've got some really exciting things happening. Our parties up are looking really, really good. So I'm excited to come back to you this time next month with all of our reports for birthday month. So if there's anything that you think of that you would like included in next month's team meeting, please be sure to let me know.
Can we do sticky date pudding again? It was yum. See, Lee agrees, it was yum.
Don't forget to let me know if you've got any team members that you've got in the works that you'd like to talk to me about, because I want to give away lots and lots of these. So let me know about those. And if there's anything that anybody wants my help with, you know my phone number. So until next time, ciao for now. And I look forward to hearing all of your brag reports. Bye, everyone. Bye.